keep your concentration here and now, where it belongs. Hi, I'm HC, and watching this video until the end will help you understand yourself deeper than you understand it now. Stay tuned. An abundant mindset supports the idea that the universe is a plentiful resource. Therefore, there is no shortage of opportunities for love, relationships, wealth, and prospects. In contrast, a scarcity mindset is one of lack and absence of. Thus, one with such a mindset is more likely to feel hopeless in the face of challenge and adversity. An abundant mindset is said to help us navigate through life by encouraging productivity, creativity, and thus opportunity. We are often told to adopt this way of thinking in order to reap the most from our lives, but few of us understand how it actually works. Sometimes we believe we have adopted an abundant mindset, yet we have no idea how it is working for us or how to make use of it in a tangible manner. This is why knowing how to use an abundant mindset is such an important factor on the journey of you becoming your best you. So, without further ado, here are the steps on how to use an abundant mindset. Step 1. Shift your focus. In this context, to shift your focus means to accept that what you focus on can shape the way you perceive and react to situations. When we are faced with obstacles in life, it is easy to lose track of what we set out to do and begin to panic and loathe our situation. However, it is in this very time that a heightened focus and awareness of your situation is necessary. With this added focus, you are able to isolate the situation and begin to think constructively as opposed to focusing on other impractical factors. In this time, it is important to not focus on what you perceive is negative of the situation, because your focus shapes your perspective, and your perspective shapes your reality. For example, let's say you fell off of your bike and you broke your arm. After the pain has subsided and you've been bandaged up, it's easy to focus on things negatively and say, "Now I'll have to not ride my bike for a whole 6 weeks. And it was the only thing that I did in my leisure. My life is terrible." In contrast, by shifting your focus, you would be looking for how the situation can work to your benefit and think, maybe use my time resting to watch tutorials on how to fix bikes so that doesn't happen again. Maybe I can use the time to listen to audiobooks and even learn a new language. Shifting your focus from the perceived negativity of the situation to the potential positive will have you use your time more efficiently and help you get the most out of every situation. Always keep in mind, the universe never purposefully works against you. However, it is your duty to find out the hidden gem of how it is trying to help you on your journey to becoming your best you. Step 2. Be present. To be present means to not allow your road to success to be blocked by the past. Marching forward on your journey to fulfillment, yet looking behind you, is bound to have you walk into debris and bumps in the road that you could have otherwise avoided. Always remember, paying attention to what you once were or the results that you once got can only bring forth something that has already been, at most. In order for an abundant mindset to be useful, it is key to always use the energy of the moment to create. You cannot create with resources not available to you. Just as the past cannot serve you, it is important to accept that although you must be mindful of the future, it must never be at the expense of the moment. We often halt creation by dreaming of what could be, as opposed to making use of what is. As said by Qui-Gon Jinn in The Phantom Menace, keep your concentration here and now, where it belongs. Always remember, time in the context of becoming the best version of you is a self-imposed limit. Step 3. Think in addition, not in subtraction. Thinking in addition means to consider what you can bring to an equation or a situation. Ask yourself the question, what can I contribute to the world in this moment? For example, let's say you are a little shy, but you want to speak to your crush. Thinking in addition would encourage the idea that you could bring positivity to your crush's life, and that it would ultimately be her loss to refuse you, and you're ready to accept that. In contrast, thinking in a subtractive manner would encourage you to think, darn it, my crush is so hot. She probably gets spoken to all the time by so many people. I wouldn't even make a difference. May as well I do nothing. One response opens possibility. The other leaves you with less than you began with. Step 4. Use references. Create a vision board. A vision board is a collage of images and words representing your aspirations or goals, intended to serve as inspiration or motivation. With the help of a vision board, you will be able to clearly see the things that you are calling into your life, which is a great support for an abundant mindset. When creating a vision board, try to isolate the feeling rather than just collecting images. Use images that make you feel good and that encourage your creation and your curiosity. By associating the images to a feeling, you are putting your body in a state to recognize what it is searching for. It's similar to having a search dog look for a specific person that it has never seen. Initially, the dog does not know the person that it is looking for, nor does it have a firm concept of what it means to actually locate what it's being told to look for. However, with the help of the smell, the reference, of something belonging to the person in question, the dog can therefore associate its objective to something real and tangible, and therefore, the closer it gets to its desired prey, the more it will recognize it until it finally comes in contact with exactly what it is looking for. This is the same way a good vision board will work for you in your life. Your vision board contains hints at the future you are seeking. And the more you live is the more your life is able to shape itself accordingly. Step 5. Lose the victim mentality. A victim mentality is the obstruction of creativity, and thus of all possibility. Let's say you are home, and as you are sweeping your floor for guests to come over shortly, you realize that you can't find your dustpan. A victim mentality would have you break down and stress that your visitors are on their way, and think about how foolish you are to not have looked for the dustpan earlier, or have bought one prior to the moment that they were coming. A victim mentality could even go as far as you creating self-sabotaging thoughts such as, "This is why nothing good happens to me. This is why I never have good things. I'm so foolish." While, on the other hand, an abundance mindset would encourage the creation of alternatives. You would think quickly and come up with a solution because you are not a victim of the circumstance. You could quickly think of folding that old newspaper and using the broom to sweep it into the paper and throwing it all away. Then, not only do you have your floors swept up, you also got rid of the old newspaper. Lose the victim mentality and begin to prosper abundantly. So, that's it, Howell family. Those are the 5 steps on how to use an abundant mindset and to start moving forward today. Thank you for watching this video until the end. You are appreciated. Post a comment below to let people know how using an abundant approach has helped you on your journey. Like and share this video, and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. I'll see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.